Hello! In this video we're going to show you how to make natural dye for tie-dye. We can use this cloth to make a mask or cup holder later, so you should watch this video first. You can also use this same video to make many other kinds of tie-dye crafts. You can use synthetic dyes for tie-dye. Synthetic dyes will give you brighter colors and a wider range of colors, but they are harsher on your skin and the environment. If you want to use synthetic dye, make sure you follow the instructions carefully. Natural dyes are softer and more muted than synthetic dyes. You might want to leave your cloth in the dye a long time to help the color get darker. Now there are a lot of different foods you can use to naturally dye cloth. We are going to use red cabbage for pink and turmeric for yellow. We have a list of different foods for different colors in the worksheets. There are instructions on how to use other foods for other colors there. Here are the things you will need to make natural dye: a piece of cotton cloth, hot water, vinegar, a natural food dye, and a large pot. Before we make our dye, we need to get our cloth ready. Take a pot and add 1 cup vinegar and 2 cups of water. Bring it to a boil and put your piece of cloth in it. Turn the heat down so that the water is simmering and leave it for 1 hour. When you dye the cloth, it should still be a little wet. To make pink dye with cabbage, cut up 1 small red cabbage. Add enough water to cover it in a pot. Mix them together and bring it to a boil, and let it simmer for 60 minutes. Strain the liquid when it's finished. To make the turmeric dye, you need a pot of water and ground turmeric. Turmeric is very bright, so you don't need to put too much. I added 2 tablespoons to this whole pot of water, and that was enough. Mix the water and turmeric together and then simmer on the stove for 20 to 30 minutes. To make tie-dye, you will need rubber bands, cotton string, popsicle sticks, and a plastic container. are a lot of different ways to fold cloth for tie-dyeing. The way you fold it will change the pattern you get at the end. So each of us are going to fold our pieces of cloth and use the rubber bands and string to keep it tied. If you want to know how to make different patterns, check out the instructions in the worksheet for a different pattern. After you've folded your cloth, put it in the dye and let it sit. You can decide when the cloth is the color you like. Please remember that the color will get lighter when you rinse it and as it dries. When you like the color of the cloth, take it out of the dye and rinse the cloth with water until the water runs clear. If you like the color the cloth is, then untie the cloth bundle and rinse until the water is clear. If you don't like the color, put the cloth bundle back into the dye. When you finish rinsing the cloth, put it back into the vinegar and water solution. You can boil it again if you would like to. This should help lock the dye into the cloth. And that's it. You're finished.